What I'm about to read to you is actually the first part of my book I published on August 6th. Of course, it says August 5th, but I know it published on August 6th. I don't know why they're calling it August 5th. But anyway, my latest book called The Quran Says What? And anyway, since this video will probably be pulled off due to a believer saying there must be no future for those who would slander the Prophet of Islam, I'm going to be focusing my attention on this camera here. More than that camera up there. Okay. So I will begin it from the beginning. Alright. By the way, when I read my words, I'll use this side of my face. And when I use Muslims, I'll be using the uglier side of my face. Okay. Yeah. Fucking moron. The Antichrist will be a Jew. Fucking joke. Where does it say in the book, before scriptures, Bible, that the AC, the Antichrist, will be a Jew? The Antichrist will say he is the Messiah. The Jews never accepted the real Messiah, Jesus, Papa. You think they will accept a Muslim Messiah? You must be a complete imbecile. If you think God would send a Muslim Messiah to the Jews, which Jew would accept that? The Jews never accepted the real Christ, but will accept the Antichrist. That will be the irony. You are a complete idiot. I think the AC will destroy Islam, first Sunni Islam, then Shia. In other words, break the two horns of the Persian ram, I guess you could say. Yeah, he'll be the he-goat, break those and stamp them into the ground, according to Daniel 8. And after becoming the greatest man ever from destroying Islam, he will attempt to destroy Christianity by separating believing Christians from those who believe he, the Antichrist, is God, by forcing everyone to take a mark. Those who refuse will be Christians, and he will kill them. This will be his attempt to exalt himself over all gods. That's what I believe. What is left of the Christian religion? The religion is taken in the rapture. Those left behind become Christians who they say when... Okay, those left behind, I believe, will become Christians when they see what is going on. They end up going through the tribulation and become kingdom age Christians if they don't get killed by the Antichrist. But it sounds like most will be killed by the Antichrist. The Christian religion is a mixture of paganism, Judaism, well, the same as Islam. Do you think bowing to the Kaaba, making pilgrimages to it, and circling the Kaaba started with Muslims? No, it started with paganism. Thus, Islam is a mixture of Judaism and paganism as well, but mostly paganism. The only religion which is in its original form, original scripture, is Islam. Not if you know, not if you know about the Dead Sea Scrolls, which shows no change in meaning between the Torah of the Scrolls and the Torah in the Holy Bible. Jews have pretty much been doing the Passover since they left Egypt. They just don't stone sinful people anymore. And since they don't, then in a way, you're right. The Christian religion created by Paul is paganism. Again, so is Islam. Do you think eating camels comes from Islam or paganism? Do you think bowing down to a rock came from Islam or paganism? Before the black stone was a representation of Allah, there were many idols in the Kaaba representative of pagan gods. Muhammad chose the pagans' black stone, which was bowed down to by pagans, and made it his own. This stone for Allah. In other words, he kept it as Allah. Take Paul away from today's Christianity and nothing is left. False, for Paul pretty much explains why Jesus died on the cross and made sense of all the sin offerings and blood atonement, as described in the Torah, Allah's book given to Musa. But remove Jesus, Papa, and today's Christianity stays the same. Christianity without Paul is the kingdom age that Jesus preached, which will come after the rapture, I believe. If Paul was so important, wouldn't Jesus have mentioned him? Well, if Muhammad was so important, wouldn't Jesus have mentioned him? Saying he'd show up nearly 600 years after ascending to heaven. Yeah. Paul destroyed Christianity just like Yemeni Joe tried to destroy Islam by creating Shiaism. If Paul did destroy Christianity, then Paul proved the Quran false about Jesus and his followers prevailing over their enemies and being put uppermost until the day of resurrection. Want those two scriptures, those two Quran scriptures that are now corrupted? Well, that they pretty much say that, so, you know, and they must be corrupted since Christianity is the one that's, you know, uppermost. How will Jews accept Mahdi as the Messiah? If they find out the Earth is truly, if they find out that the Earth truly is stationary, with the sun orbiting it with the moon, and if they find out that the Earth is spread out flat like a carpet, and is on the back of a giant agitated fish that would destroy the Earth if Allah didn't cast down mountains as pegs, stabilizers, and if they found out that we as embryos do go through a 40-day blood clot stage, like Muhammad says in the Sahih Hadith, well, I think the Jews would then accept the Mahdi as the Messiah, if all that was true. How could they not? Yeah. Is that it? Well, that's it for him, but how many minutes are left here? I've still got some minutes, so I'll continue here. I'll continue. Yeah, I'll continue. Vikakoop is the name of this Muslim. Vikakoop, strange name. Thanks for your reply. The words chain armor don't appear in the Quran. Do you want to tell me what it does say and give me a scholarly opinion as to the definition of he said great music, the credibility is destroyed. Yeah. You're right about the music. Brilliant. You are sadly wrong about the Quran, and it just shows your lack of intellect. Your taste in music is brilliant, though. I'm glad I came to this video just to learn who this music is by. How do you explain the Quran saying David was given male armor when there was no male armor until, say, Muhammad's time? Being that Mo wore male chain link armor. Thanks for your reply. You're welcome. The words chain armor obviously don't appear in the Quran. No, it just says male, which means something like it, link armor, which was not in the time of King David, which Quran pretty much says is. Do you want me to tell what it does say? Give me a scholarly opinion as to the definition of the words yes, as well as evidence for those definitions. Go for it. Again, it just says male, which means link armor, which is not in the time of King David. If the Quran pretty much says it is. Would you like to then give me the historical evidence about what kinds of armor were available in history, and your evidence that a particular type of armor could not have existed? Where is link armor male in the historical time of King David, please? It wasn't the time of Muhammad, that is for sure, but where is it in the time of King David, like the Quran says by mentioning male for male armor? I hope you do realize that history and archaeology are not perfect sciences, and the proofs we get from them are not unanimously accepted and not as provable. To say a mathematical proof can be, or as we can prove something in physics by experimentation. Again, where is link armor male in the historical time period of King David? Yeah. Yeah, where is the time of time of King David, please? It was the time of Muhammad, that is for sure. But where is it in the time of King David, like the Quran says by mentioning male, M-A-I-L, like male, the letter. I hope you do realize that history and archaeology. Oh yeah, he says it again. Again, where is the link? You know. where is link armor male in the historical time period of King David? This is why you'll find so many different schools of thought in archaeology history, and why there is often disagreement about what actually happened. If I said atom bombs were used during the Crusades, which from our time is like David is from Muhammad's time, would you say I could be right? And again, where is the link? Where is link armor male in the historical time period of King David, please? It was in the time of Muhammad, that is for sure, but where is it in the time of King David, like the Quran says by mentioning male? The Quran uses the word male. You lost me from there on. Try again. Or show me where the word male appears in the Quran. And I give these links. Try the Pickle version. This is Quran 34:11. Okay. Pickle version saying, "Make thou long coats of mail and measure the lengths thereof, and do ye right. Lo, I am seer of what ye do." Shakir saying, make ample coats of mail and assign a time to making of coats of mail. Do good. Okay. And another one calls coasts of mail. And it was coasts of mail. Yeah, that's Yusuf Ali calls them coasts of mail. Another one says work on full coats of mail and calculate the lengths. And yeah, and anyway, make suits of armor and measure out the lengths in mail and act accountable. I give all these versions where it does. So if you want to check it out, it's Quran 34:10 and 11, but it's 11 that mentions male. And then I present the Arabic for it too. There's the Arabic, and I get this from Islam Awakened. And okay, word by word, literal word by word. That make full coats of mail and measure precisely of the lengths of armor and work righteousness. Indeed, I am what you do all fear. And something, he never responded after that. So is that it? Yeah, I better stop it here. Bye.